Oh, seconds to spare.
Ooh. That is impressive.
All right. You all set, honey?
So,
We will call the Village of Middleville Planning Commission meeting to order. Heather, if we can have a roll call, please.
Jason Holzhausen,
Here.
Bruce Farrell,
Here.
Richard Hamilton, Troy Newman,
Here.
Amanda Fuller.
here,
All right, we have the Pledge of Allegiance on our agenda.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
thank you.
All right, we have an agenda in front of us.
I make a motion that we approve the agenda as written.
Support.
We have a motion with support to approve our agenda as written. Questions, comments, discussion? All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We have our agenda. All right, minutes from November 6th. Everyone had a chance to read. Questions, comments, corrections?
I think we have to make a motion first.
Yeah, we probably should do that.
I will make a motion to approve the minutes from November 6th. Approve them as written.
Support.
All right, we have a motion with support for the minutes of November 6th. Questions, discussion? All right, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? We have our minutes. We are alone, no public comments, no unfinished business.
Jeez.
All right, we need to elect our slate of officers for the calendar year 2026. So we'll do these one by one. Chair, vice chair, and a secretary. First up is the chair. Who wants the job?
Support.
That I I like
I
that.
didn't say second, I said support.
Support, yep. I heard it.
All right. I'm assuming that's.
Yeah. I nominate
Yeah. Okay.
you.
Anyone else gonna nominate anybody? No? Okay, so that is a nomination by Amanda, support by Troy. All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. I have remained the chair. All right, I am nominating Amanda as the vice chair,
Vice,
vice chairperson.
Middleville Vice.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Support.
We have a nomination with support to elect Amanda as our vice chair. Anyone else making nominations? All right, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? We have our vice chair. We need a secretary.
This is when you nominate those who are not here, correct?
Unfortunately, we actually can't do that, I don't think. That would be not great. Well, that, and we have 2 empty seats. So.
You only have one member that's currently not here.
Yeah.
Oh, we have to do them.
Well, yeah, because Steve got nominated to the council. And Richard is our liaison, and you can only have one liaison, so Steve is out.
Can we have Steve
All right, so I'm gonna nominate Troy as our secretary.
I support that.
Anyone else making a nomination? All right, hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Oh, he stayed second.
I was waiting for it. I was-
Okay, so that is our slate for the calendar year.
Jeez, how do
Off
we
the
do?
top of my head, Doug, who expires in 2 months this year?
So none of you do.
None of us?
No, it's our 2 empty seats that do that
Yeah.
apparently. Okay. Because,
It's good to know I'm not gonna expire in 2 months.
Right? Your date's not up yet.
Amanda and I are both 27.
Yep.
Next
Yep.
year. Okay. So that means you two are 28.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to make our committee appointments. And, we have got some vacancies here. Let's see here. On Doug's memo, first up is joint planning, which currently is Troy and Kevin Smith, and a vacancy with an unknown alternate.
So it's,
No.
no, it's Bruce and Kevin.
Oh,
And that committee is not met.
No,
yeah, I was gonna say that.
They haven't met ever. We've had it on the books if the township, engages us to have a joint planning session, but there's
we're
none
ready
currently
for it.
planned and they haven't ever met.
Well, yeah, that committee should have met a while ago, but it's water under the bridge.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Do all of these need to be filled now, since we are short a couple members of the board, rather than fill them with those who are here and change it when we get more people, or do we fill them and change it when we get more people?
So they don't all have to be filled right now. However, just as a note, the ordinance committee hasn't met recently solely because, we don't have a ton of members. But these don't all have to be filled. Certainly, if we don't have enough members, that'd probably be something that might table their activities till a later date.
I'm fine if we leave joint planning vacant. Our site plan committee is fully staffed, me,
Just the one that we need.
Troy, Richard, Amanda's the alternate.
Mm-hmm.
Ordinance committee should probably start meeting again. So it'd be nice to fill at least one of those
One of those.
vacancies with either of you for the time being, so that there's actually 2 there, and so meetings can happen. And I don't care which one of you takes it.
I like how you did that.
I'm happy staying as the alternate, and so that when we do fill it, when we fill our spaces, I can exit myself, but if either of you want to take one of those vacancies now, then, me, Amanda, and one of you can start meeting again as a ordinance
Is
committee.
it something that's pressing?
We've got
So
a,
we've been working on a good amount of ordinances for the past 5 months, I think.
Something like that.
But yeah, so there are items that have been requested by the village council to get addressed, but we have not been able to do so since we haven't had the committee. Certainly, if we were not able to have enough members on part of the committee, other course of action would be to potentially bring those items to the planning commission where they were items at each monthly agenda.
Yeah.
So that would be an alternative if we weren't able to get sufficient membership, but I believe there's gonna be more of a sense of urgency to try to,
yeah, you are probably not wrong, that council's gonna start asking questions. So, yeah, so
yeah,
it's
they're
either,
understandable that we lost 2 members at the same time, and then we just lost another member to the council.
so I guess it's either we have one of you fill one of those vacancies now, or we just put the ordinance committee on our regular agenda, which may or may not make our evenings long. So,
I don't have the extra time, unfortunately.
Yeah, okay, I guess that leaves me.
You wanna fill in at least for now?
Yeah.
And we can revisit that committee once we fill our two vacant,
Yeah.
our seats.
Well, that was gonna be my question, is why don't we just hold off till we fill the seats and then?
Oh, it depends on how quickly we can fill those seats. If we,
I can tell you, as of today, we haven't gotten any new applicants.
So best course of action.
So the
is-
planning commission currently has 2 open positions. The DDA board has 1, but it will have a second here in another month and a half. And the ZBA has 1 opening, or no, I think it's 2 openings, you know, that they have.
yeah.
No, we just got a new member, so we have 1 opening.
Yeah.
So we're better off putting at least one person in there now to continue to meet, and continue to work on stuff, so it's not brought to this board and also appease the.
And then we could the commission could revisit any and all the committees at that point. Just let me know what you were thinking about when that happens.
So, yeah, Bruce, if the three of us start meeting again, then one more, yeah. That'll work, for now at least.
Yeah.
Okay, do we need to put that in a motion?
Wouldn't hurt.
Okay, then, I will make the motion that, Bruce is joining the ordinance committee as a regular member, and the other committees will remain as is. What do you guys?
I'll support it.
Sorry, I wasn't focused.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. So that's officers and committees for now. Doug, we don't need to get a site plan on the calendar right now.
No,
Not
not
yet.
as of yet. You know, that'll probably be at least a few weeks.
All right, that moves us to Doug's report. That permit is suspiciously small.
And so as you may have guessed, not a ton of permits being pulled in the month of December. You know, that we certainly have seen a slowdown on the permits. But, you know, I do have a few updates. You know, as we mentioned, you know, the council liaison update that Steve Baldry was appointed to the village council. And I'm sure that the council will be revisiting, you know, what liaison service, what boards later this month. But as of right now, that, you know, he's not eligible for this board. So the development and tip plan was approved at the council meeting in December. The streetscape standards, we do have some preliminary design drawings. They're not quite ready for public yet. We still gotta give some feedback. And then, you know, we can work through those items too. So that is, you know, tentatively moving forward, because there were a handful of issues that came up that need to be addressed that hadn't necessarily anticipated. But, you know, we're hoping to get a meeting scheduled to start reviewing that a little sooner. So the McDonald's, I just left that as a note. They did finalize their contract for purchasing the property. So we should anticipate seeing some movement there soon. You know, the 36 State Street site that they are, you know, still making movement on that property. Should see them coming back fairly soon, because I believe they're now in the process of trying to finalize their PE and CEs. They've, you know, prepared bids, you know, for various individuals, because they have some items done, but not others. So it did have that update, you know, in late December, and they're certainly wanting to come and, you know, better engage with us. So even though you may not see a lot of activity, you know, on the site, there still are things happening behind the scenes. You know, hopefully, you know, we'll see more soon. But other than that, you know, I mean, it's a new year. We do have a new code enforcement officer who started working with us just the beginning of this week. His name is Ray Rickard.
That's gonna be great.
That's gonna be wonderful.
He's getting up to speed. So you don't have a report as of this month, but, we'll be getting information, coming soon. So certainly if there are issues, questions, or concerns, just let me know, because, undergoing some changes and
That's gonna be so much fun to watch people be mad at Ray.
It is, it's gonna be great. Glad to see he's filling his time.
Yeah. Does Copper Rock, is there, beginnings of a development agreement yet?
So they had sent a preliminary development agreement over, as of last year, but the original, or the understanding was that they first had to iron out a purchase agreement. So, we've been in conversations with them, and I believe we have something, that's, fairly, well along there. That council did give, the manager discretion to, negotiate some of these items too, so hopefully, we'll see a development agreement coming soon.
Yay.
Yeah, but the challenge is as of right now, they're not being, an assessed price for the property. There's still a few things that need to be figured out before it can be finalized.
Okay. And then over at the Midville Flats, they were doing cleanup on the third building. No one's moved into that one yet though,
No, there hasn't been an occupancy permit issue for that one, but
just the first.
when
two.
I was there, I believe yesterday, it looked like the third and fourth building are pretty close if they're not ready.
Okay.
So, was expecting to get a phone call, but we just have to go out there and inspect.
Okay. Do we anticipate him putting in the self-storage units this summer then probably?
I would say that there is a pretty good chance of that, market pending, because clearly they had the approval.
Yeah.
But I'm not certain if that partnership, or who was previously anticipating doing it, is still on board with it, or if the market's potentially saturated. Because, we haven't seen any, progress, even though the site plan's been approved. So, I think that's gonna be a conversation to have, here as, the final building becomes complete and whether or not they need to potentially amend the PUD, because clearly if it's not gonna be storage units, what's gonna be there?
Yeah, well, yeah, because I see they got the site pad is clear and level,
Yeah.
but I didn't know if. Okay.
No, I haven't had any progress on that site. I believe last I reported on it was probably April last year,
Yeah.
so I haven't gotten any updates since the original site plan.
Everything's functioning properly, lift station, DPW, they're all.
Yeah, haven't had any issues, besides, the utility items that I'm sure people noticed in M37. That was part of the construction, but, hasn't been any other issues.
All right, any other questions for Doug? Comments? No? All right. Well, maybe next month we'll get a report from Mr. Rickard. We are still alone, so no public comments. Comments up here?
I was thinking I had something, but I don't.
No,
Lost it.
I was rambling too long.
No, I did this days ago.
Oh.
I was gonna say something at that meeting when I went. It's gone.
It might have been McDonald's, so you covered.
Actually, you said, because I put it in my calendar, that council is having a TIF workshop meeting
Yes.
on the 27th, right?
That's correct. It's at 5:30, so it'll be before their regularly scheduled meeting. So it'll be open to the public, but that's an opportunity to learn more about what it is they're proposing versus what they're asking for. So certainly commissioners, could come to that meeting.
One of the things that we did not, well, we kind of touched on when the Kellogg's Crossing PUD, the preliminary was in front of us, is if that gets approved, if the final gets approved, there'll be a sidewalk disconnect. Because there's 3 or 4 houses.
On Bender?
Or
on
on Bender and Greenwood, because there's a couple of houses on Greenwood that have no sidewalk, and so
Hmm.
I would behoove any member here that to possibly send comments or show up to council, simply asking them to spend money and complete that, put out a bid, which the only bidder we'd get is whoever's doing the concrete work for the PUD, and spend some of those capital improvement dollars, because we
Yeah.
have dollars in the plan for sidewalk improvements, of just having the village finish that sidewalk.
Mhm.
Because then we won't have disconnected sidewalks, and the planning commission or the village forcing those homeowners to put a sidewalk in is not gonna happen unless the house burns down.
And
Right,
I don't believe there's any improvements proposed within the CIP currently, so that would mean it
Yeah.
probably wouldn't be projected till at least 2031 if it wasn't.
Yeah, and so I think that would be a great opportunity, just like we did with second phase of Seneca Ridge 2, of getting the gutters and the curbs rebuilt
Mhm.
at Charles and Sherman during that development. I think this would be a great time to engage council to, if they approve the PUD and it gets built, to spend some money on some sidewalks right in front of the high school. So, because the kids already walk through there.
Yeah.
So,
They do.
okay, other than that, I'm good. Anyone else? You two? You good? All right, then I will make the motion that we adjourn.
support.
We have a motion with support to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That's it.
Okay, this ordinance committee thing, I'll approve every meeting.
So, when do we need to start meeting?
We should try to schedule a meeting hopefully later this month, but it's typically